I am going to be so serious. I had so much fun making this domain, as dumb as possible. So the concept for the Kashimo domain is that it's going to be a fair 1v1 for both people. The first person to kill the other person wins. But the problem I had with this domain is that it would be just straight trash. So the buff I gave it is that if you kill the person in the 1v1, use your Kashimo ultimate, and it would be very broken. That's what I thought of to make it fair. That even if Kashimo was added, it would not even have a domain. So I made one for him. His skills would look something like this. As you can see him using Sorcerer Battlegrounds as a reference. The way I made this domain, kill everyone including yourself, is putting kill blocks in the whole domain and touch blocks. I wanted to make it only hit the opponent, but sad times it's fine. Please comment what you all want to see for a video. Please help me beat Mahoraga. That's all for this video. This is one of my favorite concepts, because I made the concept all by myself. I think the way I made this domain is just as good as all the others. To make this domain as good as the others, I made all her skills sure hit in the domain. Also all moves and skills in the domain can hit while ragdoll. With the sure hit effect, pressing will activate resonance. This will stun the opponent and do 30% of their health. This domain would last around 30 to 45 seconds to make it as good as the others, but it might be too broken. I'm gonna show you the way I made it. So basically the concept is, when the vessel character has 50%, they can use this domain, which does less damage. They can use this domain, which does less damage, and the player will only have 1 or 2 awakened skills. Hitting 3 black flashes will set the requirements the domain will be open, so people can just leave. But it's very big, so you will still take damage. Anyone with a domain can counter this domain, and always win the domain clash. This domain can be cancelled, so you have to use it skillfully. Using Fuga in this domain will make the Fuga do 50% of the person's health. I think this concept is very fair. Not going to lie, this domain took me like 4 hours to make, so please like and subscribe. We're so close to being Mahoraga. I'm show you all a video my friend made with this domain. So basically the concept for the Yuta domain is, you will have no skills when you use your domain. But to make it better, a random awakened ability will spawn in your skill slots each time you grab a sword. Once you use a skill, it will vanish from your skill slot. To make this domain as good as the others, it will last way longer and be a little bigger, with less cooldowns and stuff like that. To grab a sword you can press R and have to be right next to it. To make this more fair, use domains inside a domain. If you get that skill, hopefully this gets added. Please send this to Tease. This took me 1 hour to make. We're trying to beat Mahoraga, and we have a long way. Please subscribe and bye. Okay, hear me out. This domain did not take that long to make compared to my other ones, but the concept is still good. I'd say the reason why I used Gojo's domain is because the concept is that you freeze your opponents. To explain this better, I mean, they would have a slow effect every second in the domain. This freeze effect would do small damage over time, but nothing crazy. The inspiration for this domain is this picture right here. I know this is not her domain. I just think it looks cool. This is how her skills would work. So basically the concept is, this would just work like the anime. To make this simple domain good, and not just a waste of a skill, it cannot be cancelled in any way, so Todo's ultimate still has value, just like you saw in the video, and I know you'll want like this, but Todo will be a team-focused character. So you and your friend and won't be as strong as you would be together with Todo. Your passive would be Boogie Woogie, and you and your friend would do more damage if you swap with them. More on the domain. It would negate all effects of the opponent's domain, and you take less damage. That's pretty much all. If you want a Todo domain, get this to 100 likes. We are going to beat Morosama Trust. That's all, bye. So basically the concept is the new Shadow style simple domain will do damage when entering it. This is why Miwa will not have a mode bar, it would be something different. The reason I did this is because she's very weak in the anime. So the way this bar would work is that if you hit skills that your people step in your domain, will get a level in your bar. So basically this character will have a very strong base kit. And again, the reason I did this is because she don't really got her awakening in the anime. Going back to the sidebar. This is the reason why Miwa does not have awakening heighting skills or people coming in your new shadow domain. The more bars you have, the more the domain is bigger. You can't always have this domain on because it will lower over time. Having full bars will make the simple domain super big, and it will be as good as an awakening. So basically this concept is Yorozu's awakening as a skill called Perfect Sphere. This is the only skill that will have a sure hit effect. This Perfect Sphere will do 10 damage every 3 seconds, and this will always hit no matter what. Example. I think this is kinda fair. Don't forget that this only lasts like 7 seconds, and it does not one shot, so it should be fine. I have not made a concept on here other skills, but if this gets 200 likes, I will make a whole kit for her. Please subscribe, I want to hit 2000 subs. So basically the concept is, this bar you see on the right is the amount of cursed spirits you have. Using your cursed spirit takes a bar away for the cursed inventory. A way to get back your cursed spirits is to fight or kill people and steal the soul or Shinigami. So basically the concept is, Yoro Special makes a bar every time you hit someone with a skill or ability. You get a stack of speed. Moving on to the skills, dashing to your opponent and freezing them until you hit them and lasts a bit longer than 5 seconds. A quick counter that freezes the opponent until you hit them or they stay there for 30 seconds. A quick and fast punch that sends the opponent flying. A rush that you can use 3 times that makes you faster and faster. And lastly, simply standing still in the domain will hurt you, but running will multiply the damage. The user can't move until the domain is over. Standing still will do around 7.5% of your HP every second. Moving will do 25% of your HP every second. And using skills makes you lose 50%. The reason I made it so broken is because you simply can't do nothing in your domain, move or use skills. Most other domains are hella broken, so I think this would be very cool, unlike the manga. So the concept is kinda like Hokari, where you get cards and match them. Matching the cards will give you that respected skill or ability. Let me tell you each ability of each card. X will do simply nothing, it will not sentence them. Cursed sentencing will only take away their ability to use their skills for 30 seconds or more. Landing 3 Executioner's swords will make your M1 South one shot, but is only in 25% chance. So the concept is basically, since Mei Mei's domain is not good in the manga and anime, to make it better, it's going to last longer than other domains kinda like Ikara. This will just increase his damage and lessen his cooldowns, and you can only use this skill if your Mahoraga cancels. I think this would be cool, and as good as the other domains which are basically one taps. The Shinigami will be way darker and basically black. I just think adding this to the game would be cool, and they're probably doing something like this for next week's update. That's going to be all for this video. This domain took me like an hour. Thanks for all the support. We're so close to 500 subs, let's reach it. Thanks to this person the video came out faster, so thanks. Bye. I will be covering the domain first. So basically the concept is to make the domain as broken as the others. All their ultimate attacks will guaranteed hit all players in the domain. All players will be slowed by 30% speed reduction, and that will be all for its domain buffs. I did this because I wanted to make the domain a little different. I think something like this in Jujutsu Shenanigans would be cool. Dagans is probably going to come in a later update hopefully. I will show the rest of the domain if you'll want to watch it.
What the fuck?